you ever imagined a world without engineers? It's more than what you think. Without them, every machine would not have been made. Without them, no one would have been able to fly. No one would have been able to communicate over a long distance. So from mobile phone to aeroplane, television to satellite, everything is possible because of engineers. Every day, a new technology comes in to take humans to the next level, to give them from basic desires to their basic needs. Today is the day to remember all those people who made our life so easy. Engineers Day is observed in several countries on the different dates of the year. In India, it is celebrated on September 15th, which is the birth anniversary of Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, who is considered as one of the greatest engineers India has ever produced. Visvesvaraya is also known as the father of Indian engineering for his enormous contributions and innovations in the field of engineering and development of the society. India has been celebrating the birth anniversary of Sir Visvesvaraya as Engineers Day since 1968. Visvesvaraya, one of the most eminent engineers ever produced by India, Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, better known as M. Visvesvaraya, was a man of discipline and high principles. An engineer par excellence, he was the chief architect behind the construction of the Krishnarajasagara Dam in Mandya, which helped to convert the surrounding barren lands into fertile grounds for farming. An idealistic person, he believed in simple living and high thinking. Visvesvaraya was born into a Telugu Brahmin family in a village near Bangalore, India. He was a prominent Sanskrit scholar of his times. His parents were very simple but principled people. Even though the family was not rich, his parents wanted their son to get a good education. He completed his primary education from his village school and went to high school in Bangalore. He joined the Central College in Bangalore and studied hard. He was a good student in spite of all the hardships in life and completed his Bachelor of Arts in 1881. He went to the prestigious College of Engineering at Pune after he managed to get some help from the government. He is best remembered for the instrumental role he played in the construction of the Krishnarajasagara Lake and Dam in 1924. Dam not only became the main source of water for irrigation for the nearby areas but was also the main source of drinking water for several cities. Visvesvaraya was knighted as the Commander of Order of the Indian Empire by the British for his contributions to the society in 1915. He was awarded with Independent India's greatest honor, the Bharat Ratna, in 1955 for his relentless work in the fields of engineering and education. He is the recipient of several honorary doctoral degrees from 8 universities in India. Visvesvaraya was a man of principles and values. He was a very honest person who gave his best towards his profession and country. He valued cleanliness and was impeccably dressed even when he was well into his 90s. This great Indian engineer lived a long and productive life and died on 14 April 1962 at the ripe old age of 102 years. His alma mater, the College of Engineering, Pune, erected a statue in his honor. The Visvesvaraya Industrial and Technological Museum, Bangalore, is named in his honor. Elattuvalapil Sridharan, popularly known as the Metro Man, is an Indian engineer who played a key role in the building of the Konkan Railway and the Delhi Metro. He was born in Palakkad district of Kerala on 12th June 1932. In India, millions of people are dependent on the public transport, and the credit for changing the very face of Indian public transport goes to this enterprising engineer. E. Sridharan, who began his career as a lecturer in an engineering college, appeared for the Engineering Services examination and joined the Indian Engineering Service. He first proved his ability as an engineer when he was put in charge of restoring a building that had been damaged by a cyclone. He executed the complete work within 46 days as against the 6 months allotted to this task. Recognized by the government for his brilliance, he was made the in charge for planning and designing the Kolkata Metro, the very first metro in India. The next several years saw him working with the single-minded conviction to improvise the public transport system in India. He had become such an invaluable asset to Indian Railways that the government let him know that services would be required even after he retired from IES. Several national and international honors have been bestowed upon him for his pioneering works. The government of India honored him with the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in the Republic of India in 2001. The government of France bestowed upon him the Order of Legion d'Honneur, the highest decoration in France in 2005. In 2008, he received the Padma Vibhushan, the second highest civilian award in the Republic of India, in recognition of his work with the Delhi Metro.
APJ Abdul Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist who served as the 11th President of India. He joined the Defence Research and Development Organization's Aeronautical Development Base as the Chief Scientist after his graduation. He won credit as the Project Director General for making India's first indigenous satellite rocket. It was his ultimate support that brought nuclear power to India. In July 1992, he was appointed Scientific Advisor to Indian Ministry of Defence. As a national councillor, he played a significant role in the world-famous nuclear tests at Pokhran II. In 1981, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan Award. In 1999, the Padma Vibhushan, and in 1997, the highest civilian award of India, Bharat Ratna, for modernizing defence technology of India and his outstanding contribution. From July 25, 2002 to July 25, 2007, he served as the President of India, becoming famous among Indian and Indian youth.
Professor Satish Dhawan is considered by the Indian scientific community to be the father of experimental fluid dynamics research in India and one of the most eminent researchers in the field of turbulence and boundary layers. He was also the chairman of the Space Commission and secretary to the Government of India in the Department of Space. He was a popular professor at the Indian Institute of Science IISc. He is credited for setting up the first supersonic wind tunnel in India at IISc. He also pioneered research on relaminarization of separated boundary layer flows. His effort led to operation systems like INSAT-A, IRS, the Indian Remote Sensing Satellite, and the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV that placed India in the league of space-faring nations.
Narayana Murthy is an Indian software entrepreneur who co-founded Infosys Technologies Limited, the first Indian company to be listed on an American stock exchange. Murthy earned a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Mysore and master's degree in technology from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. He co-founded Infosys with 6 fellow computer professionals in 1981. The company's growth was all the more remarkable because it came in the midst of a global downturn in the information technology industry. When Murthy retired in 2006, he left behind a company with some 70,000 employees and $3 billion a year in revenues. He was awarded the Legion of Honor in 2008.
Sundar Pichai is an Indian-American business executive and the CEO of Google. In April 2004, he was interviewed and selected by Google. Pichai's hard work on Google's search toolbar came into limelight when Microsoft changed the default search engine from Google to Bing in 2006. Pichai's excellence in performance with Chrome, apps, and Android led him to be in charge of almost all the Google products such as Google Chrome, Chrome OS, Google Gear and Packs, Gmail, Google Drive, etc. and areas like search maps, Google+, commerce and ads, and infrastructure. In February 2016, Pichai was awarded with 2 to 7 million shares of Google's holding company Alphabet, worth $199 million. This tech genius is riding on the road to success with his passion, determination, and motive for the development of the world through technology.
Ancient engineering. Ancient engineering has dated back to a time long ago. The concept of engineering has been present since ancient times. People have been making fundamental inventions, the pulley, lever and wheel, although simple ideas have a modern definition of engineering. Amenhotep is said to be the first non-engineer of the world who is believed to have built the step pyramid in Egypt around 2550 BC. The first engineer in India was Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. The first steam engine was built in 1698 by mechanical engineer Thomas Savery The development of this device gave rise to industrial revolutions in the coming decades, allowing for the beginning of mass production. Charles Babbage, an English mechanical engineer, originated the concept of programmable computer, and he is considered as the father of computer. Charles Babbage invented a machine called analytical engine, which is the model of.
For ages, engineering has turned imagination and fantasy into something that is tangible and useful. For instance, consider the invention of the wheel as one of the oldest examples of how engineering has transformed our lives. Since the dawn of the industrial age, the importance and influence of engineering has grown at a blazing speed. Today, the application of engineering spans the spectrum from deep sea exploration to space travel and beyond. In the modern era, it would be extremely difficult to find an avenue where engineering hasn't left its footprint. From construction to aeronautics, medicine to environment, and even the chair you're sitting in, engineering is everywhere.
Today's computer. Future engineering. By the year of 2050, technology will dominate the workplace with artificial intelligence and smart assistants being used in commonplace while the use of augmented and virtual reality continues to increase. Everything will be smart, connected and data driven. Work will increasingly become more fluid as some employees will be virtual, some will be full-time, some will be bots, and we all be working in non-fixed hours. Electric cars, road over rivers. This concept shows a future where roads and living spaces have moved out over the water. Working in VR, they can be used in a variety of ways, including visual representation of blueprints, virtual scale model of product, or simple things like virtual team meetings, etc. Driverless cars, high-rise farms. As the population of the earth continues to grow, living space also shrinks, not only for human beings but for the animals and plants we rely on to. It is reasonable to see a future where tech will need to be developed to allow for farmlands in unusual places.
Bandra Wali Ceiling, Mumbai. The Bandra Wali Ceiling is an 8-lane bridge that links Bandra in the western suburbs of Mumbai with Wali in South Mumbai. It is a cable-staged bridge with pre-stressed concrete steel viaducts on either side. The Bandra Wali Ceiling was the first infrastructure project in Mumbai to use seismic arresters. These will enable it to withstand earthquakes measuring up to 7.0 on the Richter scale. It was named after Rajiv Gandhi, the former Prime Minister of India. Signature Bridge, Delhi. The signature bridge connecting Wazirabad across the Yamuna to the inner city was inaugurated on November 4, 2018 by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. It is double the height of Qutub Minar. The signature bridge is projected as India's first asymmetrical cable-staged bridge with the gesture Namaste. Matri Mandir, Auroville. The Matri Mandir, Sanskrit for Temple of Mother, is an edifice of spiritual significance for practitioners of integral yoga in the center of Auroville, established by the mother of Sri Aurobindo Ashram. The Matri Mandir took 37 years to build. The geodesic dome is covered by golden discs and reflects sunlight, which gives the structure its characteristic radiance. Inside the central dome is a meditation hall known as the Inner Chamber. This contains the largest optically perfect glass globe in the world. Pamban Bridge, Tamil Nadu. Pamban Bridge is a 100-year-old railway bridge located in the southern state of Tamil Nadu. It connects the Rameshwaram island to the mainland. This bridge is 1 meter wide and 2.5 km long, with 143 piers spanning 2 km between the mainland and the island. The Pamban Bridge is the second longest bridge in India. Statue of Unity, Gujarat. Built on the river island called Sadhu Bet near Vadodara, the Statue of Unity is said to be the tallest in the world with a height of 182 meters. The statue was built in memory of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, and was inaugurated on October 31, 2018 on the birth anniversary of Patel. Engineers secure the faith of a growing economy. Engineering plays such an important role because it is the way that we humans are able to use the rules of the world to achieve things. In fact, engineers have completely changed the world we live in, from modern homes, bridges, space travel, cars, and the latest mobile technology. Innovative ideas are at the heart of what engineers do, and they use their knowledge to create new and exciting prospects and solve any problems that may arise.
Listen to the story that I'm gonna say. Pride and glory of the display. Every time they see, they ask my career. Their face glow bright, cause I'm engineer. But they's gonna say it's a piece of cake. But I tell you, it's all false and fake. Toil and slog, they be dry and shrivel. Making hard choice with mechanical civil. They bring in the choice for years to four. And then you know that you gotta explore. So now wonder what we do next, but what's it to come is surely the best. The planes up there and the drones in the air, the robots you stare and the PC hardware, the trains on the rail and the cruise that you sail, roads on the trail and the frame on the nail, the house you stand, organs are scanned, emails in land, all has our hand.
You have to fight the hardest battle. You have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight, and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique you.
You see, when everybody opposes you, you either survive or you die. If you survive, you become strong. Nobody becomes strong unless he battles.
If you don't discipline when you are school or in college, you pay a heavy price in later part of your life. Discipline, like coming up in a proper way, writing properly, okay, talking properly, communicating properly, respecting people properly. This really helps a long way in your life.
You will make the world better in your own way, even if you don't know exactly how. The important thing is to be open-minded so that you can find what you love.
Be true to yourself. Listen to and evaluate feedback on its merits. Some of it will make you a better person, others will help build character. Then go on, live a life better than anyone can imagine you will. Don't worry about always getting it right, you don't have to. Take chances and make the most of every day. Don't live the life that is someone else's imagination or expectation. Live the life you wish to live. Lift yourself, then lift those around you.
Say, we're living in a time of extreme and rapid change. Every industry is being carried out by artificial intelligence, a new technology that increases efficiencies but drastically changes the workplace landscape. Over the next 3 decades, we'll see more development and changes in the field of engineering than possibly ever before. Some elements of machinery will be autonomous and self-assembling, and more of our data will be collected. With every large-scale technological upgrade in the engineering industry comes a rise in safety levels. As we move into a new age of unprecedented technological power and control, we may be too moving towards a working world of zero harm. Engineers who may once have been working in dangerous fields would find themselves in safer working conditions thanks to automated safety protocols and stronger defensive measures than ever before. Engineering the field must become more agile with flexible workers with a variety of skills as well as a focus on creativity, design and analysis. These are skills and qualities that cannot be replicated by machines and will help the engineering workforce to drive progress forward. The future of engineering is looking bright, especially when we consider how much more technological advances is going to benefit us all. Wishing you all a very happy Engineers Day. Thank you.